Hello Crafty family, and welcome to another tutorial by She's So Crafty. For today's DIY project, we will be creating a 3-piece tray and candle holder set with all items from, you guessed it, the Dollar Tree. This DIY is part of a Dollar Tree Garden Fence collaborative effort, along with several other extremely talented YouTube crafters. Make sure you check out their garden fence creations as well, and the link to the playlist will be in the description box below. I have also provided the list of supplies and tools used to make this project in the description box below as well. I am super excited to share this very detailed tutorial with you, but before we start, I wanted to say hello and welcome back to my awesome subscribers to my channel. If you're a new visitor to my channel today and love to create fun and easy DIY projects on a budget, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also click that notification bell so you will be the first to know when a new DIY tutorial is ready to share with you. So now, let's jump right in. The supplies we will need are 2 of these garden fence sections from the Dollar Tree, 2 glass candle holders, 1 of these 7 1/4 by 11 inch MDF Art Decor frames or other frame of your choice, 4 of these silver napkin rings, some jute twine. Now Dollar Tree has this smaller jute, but I'm going to use this thicker jute I had on hand, and 2 7 1/2 cylindrical glass vases. Now first we're going to grab one of the garden fences and we're going to remove all of the labels. Now we need it to curve around the vases, so I'm going to roll it into a curve, and then I'm going to sit it in a hot bucket of water from my tap in order to make it more pliable. So after about 30 minutes or so, I removed the fence. And now you see it's taken on a slight curve. So now I'm able to bend it without breaking, and I want to roll it into a tighter roll so it'll fit snug around my vases. Now to secure the roll, I'm just going to take some of this heat-proof string or twine and wrap it around the fence. So then what I did is I heated up a large pot of water just before the boiling point, then I turned off the heat. And then I placed my fence in for a few hours while I ran some errands. Now here is my fence after that soak, and now we can remove that twine. And now we have a nice tight roll to use for our project. So now we're going to grab the vase and determine how much to cut off the fence to fit it. Now I wanted my fence to cover about 3/4 of the vase. So I went ahead and made my mark. And then I went ahead and cut it and copied that cut all the way around the fence. So now that our height is cut, we can go ahead and remove those side tabs for the fence as well. So then we're going to cut that fence right down the center to make 2 pieces. Now as you can see, each piece will fit perfectly around the glass base. Now to secure the sides of the fence, I will use some of this wire from the hardware section of the Dollar Tree, or you can use floral wire if you have it on hand. Now all you want to do is take it and wrap it around 4 or 5 times, making sure it's tight, and then twist the ends together. So now here I'm just going to go ahead and test fit it, and it looks like it's going to be a perfect fit. And we're going to repeat this for the other one as well. So now we're going to grab that second garden fence and our picture art piece to make the tray. Now we'll be cutting the fence in half long ways, with the top part for the front and back and the bottom part for the sides. Now I'm going to measure and mark the fence at about 5 1/4 inches down from the top. And then I'm going to transfer this mark all the way across. So now we can go ahead and we're going to first remove those sides, tabs, and the stakes as well. And then we're going to cut down the middle where we measured. And now we have the two pieces. So we're going to start working with the front and back of the tray using the top half of the fence. Now we're going to cut that fence in half and we're going to trim around each end following the existing curve, just as shown here. And now we have the two front pieces done. Now here I'm just double checking to make sure the fit is good. Now to work on the sides, I decided to have the flat end up. So once I figure out my placement, I'm going to go ahead and cut the fence down the middle to have two even parts. I'm going to go ahead and mark the center of the tray on the side so I can make sure the fence is properly placed correctly. So now that we know our fit, I'm going to go ahead and trim off the ends a little longer than actual, about 1/2 inch. But no worries though, we're going to cut this down to the matching size once we assemble our tray. So now we are ready to paint. So we're going to gather up our pieces and our paint supplies. Go ahead and remove any straps or hooks that are on your picture frame. And then I'll be painting the pieces with this white chalk paint. We want to start by painting the back of the fence and then the front. We want to leave some of that fence color peeking through for a worn and rustic look. Then we want to go ahead and start on a tray, and we want to paint on the back and the sides. There isn't a need to paint on the art side of the piece since it'll be on the bottom, but you can if you like. Now once those pieces are painted, go ahead and grab those candle holders and apply 2 coats of the paint to them. We want to make sure we let them dry completely in between the coats. Now let's not forget those fence pieces we made for the vase too. Make sure you get the front and the back. So now that the tray and the candle holders are dry, we can distress them. Now I'll be using acrylic paints in the color Pavement and Wife to do this. We want to take our brush and we want to blend those 2 colors, dabbing off all of the excess, and then lightly paint the pieces, adding a distressed look. We want to make sure we highlight those creases. And we're going to repeat this for the tray as well. So while those dry, go ahead and grab those napkin rings, and we're going to use 4 from the package. Now I'm going to be using this twine to wrap around the napkin rings to use its feet for my tray. So I'm going to trim off the edge, and I'm going to start applying that twine around the ring, applying the hot glue as I go. And here's what it should look like. So now that we have those done, we can apply these to the bottom of the tray. Now I'm going to apply some E6000 and then follow up with a few dabs of that hot glue that'll give me an instant hold. Then I'm going to apply one ring in each one of the corners. Now once applied, I'm just going to follow up a little bit of hot glue on the inside of the ring for a little extra hold. And now we're going to add that fence piece to our glass vases. So just slide on a fence piece to each one of the vases. Then we can go ahead and do any necessary trimming to even it out. And then I'm going to start applying E6000 and hot glue and add it to the cut pieces of the fence. Now those fence pieces may not be flush, but we're going to go ahead and tie some string around it, or we can use a rubber band to make sure it fits tightly against the vase. Now for the bottom part of that vase, we're going to add some twine to match the feet of the tray. I'm just going to start by adding a bit of that adhesive and start wrapping the twine around the bottom. And then I'm going to repeat this for the second vase. So then I'm going to flip them over and I'm going to clean the bottom with some alcohol so we can adhere the candle holders. So now we're going to apply a generous amount of that E6000 around the top of that candle holder and follow up with a few dabs of hot glue for that instant hold. And then we're going to place it gently into place. Now while those dry, we can work on our tray, so gather up your fence pieces and the tray bottom. Now we're going to start by adding the front and the back pieces of the tray. We want to make sure the centers are marked on the bottom so we can place everything correctly. Now add some E6000 and hot glue to the back of the fence piece at the 3 contact points. And then we want to align that fence along the edge, making sure the center points line up with your marks. Now we want to repeat this for the front and back and clip into place while it dries. And now we're going to go ahead and apply the sides of the tray. Now in order to align the ends with the front and the back pieces, I'm going to mark and trim off about 1 inch from the bottom. And now you just want to take your trimmed piece and transfer those marks to that one as well. And now we're going to apply our E6000 and hot glue. And we're going to place those on the tray, aligning those center points. And then clipping those into place. Now you notice how those ends are longer, and this is where we're going to trim it down to make sure they actually fit. So we're just going to start trimming off the pieces little by little until you get that perfect fit. We want to make sure we repeat this for all 4 sides. Once perfect, now you just use your adhesive to connect the ends. Now the sides should nestle into the curved grooves of the front and back pieces. Now, as a last minute decision, I decided to add some nail head accents to the pieces using these Dollar Tree silver tacks. So I'm going to take a scrap piece of foam board and I'm going to place about 30 tacks in it. Now to give the nails a rustic look, I'm going to dab on some of that same pavement color acrylic paint to dull that shine. Now when that dries, I'm going to go ahead and cover them with a coat of Mod Podge to seal it in. Now once that dries, I'm going to go ahead and clip off the nail portion of the tacks so I end up with just a flat head. And then I'm going to take those and apply them to each end of the fence pieces on the tray and the candle holders as an accent. And here they are, applied to the tray. Once everything is fully dry, we can remove all of the clips, the string holding the fence pieces in place, and we're done. And here is that completed project. Oh my goodness, these pieces turned out so sweet, and it looks so much like spring. I love how the rustic finishes of those items perfectly fit into my farmhouse cozy style decor. Adding your theme to customize the look enhances these pieces, and I am so in love with the spring lemons right now. These candle holders are super easy and can be used for a candle or even filled with your greenery or florals. And you can place anything on these trays that you like, and it would be useful in any room of your home. Picture these on a vanity. How cute! And you can use this garden fence mirror to complete your look. The tutorial for this is in the description box below as well. Listen, if you enjoyed this tutorial, please give this video a thumbs up and share this video with your friends. Make sure that you're following CraftDee on Facebook for the latest news, sneak peeks, and giveaways. Thank you so much for visiting and checking out my tutorial today. If you like videos like these and you don't want to miss the next one, make sure you're subscribed by clicking that subscribe button below and turning on that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time.